PSA Today, a podcast ran by Michigan State students for young adults to keep us all informed about the environmental issues that affect us today, as well as how we aid to those issues so we can make a difference. This is episode 6, microbeads. What are they, you might ask? Well, according to Greenpeace, microbeads are super tiny plastic beads, and they're found in over 100 daily used health, beauty, and hygiene products throughout the U.S. This would include things like toothpaste, face wash, soaps, sour creams, and exfoliants. Right, things we literally use every day. And these microbeads wash right down the drain, as if they were water almost. And that's where the big problem comes into play. It's like our environment is literally going down the drain. An article published on GreatLakes.org, that's right, go green, explains that microbeads are flowing into our Great Lakes at extremely high rates. Like, really high rates. And it's nothing to be proud about. Lake Orion is estimated to have 1.1 million plastic particles per square kilometer. Now, these tiny beads are only about 0.1 to 0.5 millimeters in size. That's super tiny, by the way. Pop Science published data stating that an estimated 808 trillion, yes, I said trillion with a T, pieces swirl down American drains every single day. And most of them end up landing in our freshwater reservoirs, like the Great Lakes. Now, once these tiny devils hit the waters, they are devastating. The chemicals used to make the plastics are released, and those chemicals are very toxic. Also, the chemicals from whatever product that the microbeads were sitting in have been absorbed into the beads, and they will also be released into our fresh waters. Beat the Micro, a whole website dedicated to informing us about issues concerning microbeads, shout out to them, it's telling us that marine life cannot tell the difference between these tiny, toxic-filled beads that negatively impact them and the food that keeps them alive. Now, for my friends out there who actually need numbers to grasp this tragedy, the Convention of Biological Diversity published a study finding that out of 663 species of animals, 11% of them that were negatively affected by marine debris were negatively affected by microbeads. Now, think about this. A fish comes along and eats a microbead. A seagull comes along and eats a fish. A fox comes along and eats a seagull. And where does it end? This little plastic, chemically filled, indestructible bead just continues to disrupt the flow of things. I know what you're thinking. Poor animals, poor chemically polluted waters, poor fish. Not enough to sway you towards change yet, huh? Not enough to make you reevaluate the products you buy and how they relate to your ethical decisions. Well, maybe this quote from an article published on Our Location this year can change you. It says, microplastic particles have been found in the tissues of fish and shellfish species that are sold in stores and markets. Sea salts containing microplastics have been found in the United States. Wow. This means yes, It's affecting you in your community, in the humans you love directly. It's infiltrating our waters. It's infiltrating our diet. And there is only so much fresh water in this world. And we need to sustain that water for us and for the next generations. If that's not enough to change your mind, then call in, give me your address so I can come smack it into you. No, I'm joking. But really though, now that you know this, you should want some change. Hey, this podcast isn't over yet. I have solutions. One of them is that you can start reading the ingredients in your stuff. Here are a couple names that if you see, you need to put that thing back on the shelf because it has microbeads in there most likely. Polyethylene and polypropylene are the plastic materials used to make microbeads. Now, let's say you like that little feeling of those balls rubbing against your face and you feel like they actually exfoliate you. There's some alternatives. You can use sugar, salt, or coffee. And something that will make this super easy, especially for our generation, is that there's an app for Google Play and iOS that you can download to bar scan every product you come across and see if there are microbeads in there. Yeah, we gotta make a change today, people.